to our third and final topic.
Wow.
Are digital games a waste of time?
No.
A waste of money?
No.
A waste of effort?
No.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I think that because you have the game sharing aspect
You do.
where you can
You can pull the old bougie, not bougie, but the scumbag Netflix account effect where you have one person buy the game and then you get to play it.
How does that make you a scumbag? If
I'm just saying,
if they didn't want it on there,
I mean,
it wouldn't
it's
be
not
on
the
there.
purpose of why it's there.
It's been in effect for like
That's
over
true.
5 years.
If they wanted to change it, they could change it. But I'm just saying,
they could.
that's not what the reasoning of why they added it.
But what they're more focused on right now in the game industry is not, game sales very important obviously, but they're also worried about how many players they have on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That shows how well the game's doing.
Okay.
I think they're more interested in those numbers than the actual sales, because if their game doesn't have players on it all the time, why are they going to buy your next game?
That's true. That's true. My thing of the reason why I think digital game. Now I own digital games. I'm not saying I don't buy digital games, but I think there's a big giant question now that Telltale left. One big major question is, when a game company goes away, does that give them the right to remove games off of your account that you purchased at full price? Let me pull this example here. This isn't a true example, but let me just pull it up. Actually, we'll use a true example. Minecraft Story Mode. That's what it was. Minecraft Story Mode that made by Telltale. If you buy that game physical, you can play the game. You can play the whole first one. Boom. It's on disc. You can play the full complete thing. If you own that game digitally, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, I don't know if it went to Nintendo, it's gone. You can't download it. If you downloaded it before they took it off, you can still play it, but you can't play it now. So it opened up this question that, and they're not the first to do this. There are games that are on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 that just disappear from your library that you won't even know until you check back and you're like, oh yeah, didn't I own this game? And you're like, oh yeah, this game it's not available to buy, so I can't get this anymore. So when you buy the game, should you be able to have the game 100% all the time? Let's just ask that question first.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now that question's out, what now though? Why is it okay for Telltale or any other company when they go under to just take their game off the marketplace? And then what maybe is an alternative for that? Because there's obvious reasons of why the game is taken off the marketplace. I know you're probably yelling in your car going, why? Well, it's because there's no servers where you can download this from. But in a perfect world, what gives them the right to just take that game off?
They technically don't. It would be illegal because you're taking away something that
Well, clearly
bought.
it's not illegal.
Yeah, but you have to look at. So you said in perfect world.
Okay, I was more of fitting in that scenario, but
in this scenario,
yeah,
I guess I'd have to understand the reason why, their stuff was taken off. But in a perfect world,
it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it shouldn't happen.
You feel when Telltale went under that the game should still be available to purchase, but then it goes into this question.
Not to purchase.
Or just available
Yeah.
for people that have downloaded it.
Yeah.
So you're saying, let me try and wrap what you're trying to say is, I bought Minecraft Story Mode. I should be able to download that game anytime I want. But for the people that want to buy it new, like for them to buy it, like let's say you didn't play it, but Telltale went under and you're like, oh, I still want to buy it. If it's not available for you to buy, is that still okay? But I'm still able to download my game. Is that okay? We're like, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So like I bought my game, but you can't buy the game.
If you
because
bought
it's not
yours
available.
before they went under, you just haven't played it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I should still have the availability.
Yeah,
But you're
and
okay
if
with them
not-
removing from the store.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, but the thing is, though, I mean, if in that case you're not able to download something that you bought because, unforeseen, to you, I think that you should get a refund for that.
Okay.
Through whatever under Xbox or whoever, because they got a percentage of that sale.
See, that's what makes things even crazier when you start diving into a lot of these things. Is like retailers don't get a big cut from a lot of these games. Like if it's not a Microsoft game, Microsoft's not really making any money on this thing. They're making maybe $1 or $2, and the rest of that goes to the developer. So the big pie is, it asks this question of, okay, so the Telltale went under, the game now can be refunded to you. Who the hell is paying that money? Because all the Xbox is going to do is they're going to go, all right, well, we'll give you $2 because that's all you gotta, like. I'm just trying to be more of an asshole about asking this question, but like, who's paying that money when Telltale is bankrupt?
Well, how much was this Minecraft story mode?
I think with DLC, it probably equaled to maybe $30-$40.
Yeah. So I mean, they could at least give you like a gift card because it happened on their store still.
Sure,
because they still have codes.
But the problem is then Xbox is losing this money. If it's me, if it was just one dude, they probably would be like, all right, yeah, here's $20. But now it's like, let's say 1,000 people bought that. That's $20 gift cards handed out to thousands of people. It gets a little pricey. And then worse is that game actually succeeded, so it's probably into the tens, maybe hundreds of thousands that bought that game. I don't know, but what's weird is this question doesn't just revolve around video games. It revolves around music too. I bought a album years ago from Kevin McCall, and now that album is gone. It is not on iTunes, but I paid money for that, and Apple didn't even email me saying like, oh yeah, the game's not, or the songs aren't available anymore. And it introduces this whole dynamic of, okay, well then shouldn't I have gotten that money back because I spent money on this thing? But it kind of, I don't know.
But I guess it's also, why didn't you download it?
I did download it. Oh, like you're talking about, they deleted it off my phone. It's like gray, and I can actually show you. It's just this gray bar, and it says the name of the song, and it's just, I can't listen to it. I wonder, banter about this sort of thing. How do you feel in general about this topic, and then comparing that to your idea about digital games?
I guess, okay, so for me, my question is for the Minecraft. Oh, wow.
It says, this song is not currently available in your country or region. Wow. But it's just removed from iTunes.
So for the Minecraft story thing, did you have it downloaded?
I did. I was not able to download it.
Okay. No. So I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It still really sucks and shouldn't happen, but I can understand how that, but taking shit out of your library that you have downloaded, that ain't right.
Okay. They did warn everybody. They're like, I think like about a week ahead of time. They're like, we're removing it, so download it, but after that it's gone forever. But it's like, I don't know, it just still is a little shitty of a situation. But it drives up an interesting question, because then it's like all of the consoles and even Google starting this way are starting to lean towards digital content. So it's like, is it better to just subscribe to a service than to actually buy the game, knowing that maybe somewhere in the future your thousands of dollars in games are just going to disappear eventually? Like maybe maybe not now, maybe not today, maybe not 10 years from now.
Space.
But like,
because you only have so much space for that.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's something to ponder. I mean, maybe that is why people are, all these companies are going towards streaming.
Yeah. I mean, it lightens up server space where people start to forget about games. But what's the shitty part about all of this is it kind of forces people to forget about games and not naturally just, oh yeah, I remember that game. I wish I could go back and play that game. It's like, well, too bad, because the game doesn't exist anymore. But it's like people worked on that game and it could be available. It's like, but then there's these games that you start to wonder, like, who owns these games? Like when THQ went under, you were still able to buy Destroy All Humans. But like then THQ Nordic picked it up, and then now they own the whole thing, and it's getting a remake. But the thing is like, what happens when there's these games in limbo that you're buying these games for your console, and then all of a sudden like, oh yeah, where did my money go? Like, where is all this money going? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, I like digital games. I don't have to go up to my console and
you like the convenient factor.
I like the convenience.
Okay.
The reason I don't like streaming is because that same issue is going to happen a lot more often. You don't own anything on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can, like, say for example, you want to watch Top Gun on Netflix. You can go buy that movie and have it forever.
That's true.
You cannot do that once everything switches over to streaming, because no one's gonna be selling
so let me
disc games after they get rid of the disc drives eventually.
You brought up movies. Let me ask you this scenario. Thank God this hasn't happened. But I mean, it sort of happens, but it's not gone forever. Let's say Top Gun. You want to watch Top Gun, but Paramount went under, or whoever owns that. We'll say Paramount. I don't know who actually owns it. And now it's not available to buy. You can't buy it anywhere. You can't download it. You can't buy it physically in stores. And some movies are like that. You can't actually, like, you have to go on eBay and buy some third-party disc from some dude in his basement that he found the disc in, or the VHS tape or something like that. How does that make you feel if they did that with movies, where like, oh yeah, you love Top Gun, but now you just can't watch it anymore because the studio went under, and they remove it everywhere?
Yeah, it'd suck.
So it's like, what is the difference between the movies and the video games?
Well, here's how it would work with the movies, though. I mean, how I feel it would work. I mean, it's just a licensing agreement.
True. That's what video games are,
That's
though.
what video games are as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my thing is, why are they able to, how are they able to go under even if their kids still be getting, like, royalty checks?
That's the big question. Like, because Destroy All Humans was the situation of that, where it was in this limbo for half of whatever, how long, and then all of a sudden THQ Nordic came around and bought up a lot of old THQ licensing, and therefore allowed a source to be given money, oh, lucky them, and then was able to be bought again. You could buy it on PlayStation. There's a remake coming. There's all these different things that Destroy All Humans is doing. So that is kind of how they did it. Why Microsoft didn't pick up Minecraft Story Mode shocks me. It's their license. I don't know why they didn't do that. Yeah, so. It's their IP. So I don't know why they didn't just buy it. Maybe that's going to happen with all these Telltale games. That's what saved The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead will continue living on because Skybound now has the rights to the games. So, but games like, more with the Telltale games, The Wolf Among Us, Sam and Max, like all these games are sort of in this thing, in this realm of like, it's a matter of time before they get taken, or maybe someone did buy them and we just don't know yet. I don't know. Like, but right now they're going to sit in that spot. In theory, for my opinion, I think digital games are a real good convenience. The fact that you can just go to your buddy's house and we're like, oh, let me just sign in and download the game and have fun playing this game instead of bringing your whole console or bringing a disc with you.
Well, that, and it can't be stolen.
That's also true. So there is a giant amazing factor that you can download this 78 gigabyte game and just play it from your console, but then you're like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. I'll just play Red Dead Redemption, and then boop, right there, you're playing Red Dead.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, the only thing that is holding me back from saying just get rid of disc drives and the consoles is the ability to play movies that I own.
Okay.
But
now they're digital.
Once I know, but once those disc drives are gone, all my DVDs and Blu-rays become useless.
That's what happened with VHS.
However, it does usually, each new movie comes with a digital download code.
That is true, because they know that you're not going to watch the physical version.
Eventually it's not going to be there. So
I will say the best way to watch 4K is on a disc, because then there's not any interference. It's just 4K.
Yeah.
Solid being played from the disc. But I don't know, man. as somebody that it's kind of one of those things that you don't really think about until it actually affects you, and it's not a big deal, but it's like just that thought of like, oh, I actually spent money on this game. I actually bought this game, and now it's gone forever. I can't play it anymore. It sits there saying that I have it, but I can't ever download it anymore. It's just gone. So I think that's a really big bummer that just starts to hit of this idea of we could lose games forever and we could just never know that they're gone. And that's kind of what happens when consoles get introduced. That obviously games fall behind and they're not able to be accessed anymore or played on the newer stuff. And that's why remakes and HD remasters are a good idea. But the thought of like, oh, I want to play the Saboteur, but I can't ever play that game unless I go back on the 360 and I put the Saboteur in. So I don't know. It just this is the little thing that bugs me to a thing that's still an amazing idea. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna look back on it after the next 10 years once disk drives are just gone completely.
Sure.
When
the Scarlet 2 comes out and stuff like that,
we're just gonna be like, why do we fight this so much? Like, this is okay. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't play this game anyway.
Our consoles are so much better now because they don't have to fill it up.
I can't play Pong on my Xbox. I don't see anyone else playing. Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, right now it's a scary thing. It's a scary thought, but eventually it'll be for the better.
Have you experienced a negative form with your digital stuff?
No.
You've fully. This is a great idea. Sort of.
Never. I mean, the only issue that I'll ever have, because I don't have enough storage space, so I'll uninstall games. But again, if a company goes under, I'm gonna lose that game forever.
True.
So I mean, that's the only drawback that I can see with the digital games, and you can't resell them. But fuck GameStop. So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, any final thoughts of that?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up episode 28 of Bitcade. If you have any opinion about are digital games still a good idea, or is it the devil in disguise, put it in the comment section below what you think about digital games in all their glory.
Put it in.
That's going to be it. That is the end of Bitcade, and that is going to see. I had the little ding there. See, yeah. Okay. I always explain it, and the music is still going. I have to finish it before the song ends. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to follow us on all of our social media, links are in the description below, and you guys can go and access that whenever you would like to. You can hit the subscribe button. Do that, please, because it helps us out. It grows the channel. It allows us to know that there are people out there that want to join the PT Nation and make these videos a part of a community.
Tell a fucking friend.
Yeah.
Or 5.
That. Yeah.
That's
even better. Tell 5. Ashton, you are on another website representing Primal Target. What other website is that?
Mixer.com/Primal Target.
Yep.
We killing it over there, man.
Yeah. You kind of... What time of the day do you normally aim for?
So normally, life permitting, life happens.
Yeah.
5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you want to know all the latest on what's going on with Mixer, you want to, what, is he not streaming today? He's not on yet. Check out our Twitter. Twitter is the place.
Twitter.
With all the info. It's our hub.
Speaking of Twitter, where can they follow you at personally?
Ashton_Stom.
Mm-hmm. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ryan8emore. That's going to be it for Primal Target. Go check out Steven's link down there, too. He makes the song you're currently listening to, as well as the intro songs to our PT Plays videos, or outros to our PT Plays videos.
He's a big ginger dude that can rap.
Yes, and he'll be joining us in future videos, so he'll be sticking around for a while. So go show him some love on his SoundCloud and whatnot, and say Primal Target sent you. PT Nation rolling strong. My name is Ryan. That was Ashton, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Good night, everybody.
My ass hurts.
You want me to kiss it?